I have a couple of comments on comments made by our Republican colleagues. First, on inflation. Thank God Democrats pushed for fuel economy standards. If we were still getting the fuel economy that I got in my 1975 Plymouth Fury, we'd have to buy 3 times as much gas. We'd have triple the demand for gasoline. And so we would have much higher prices, and we'd be buying 3 times as much. There are those who say we should end the conservatorship. I think the GSEs are and should be government agencies. They make money for the government, and they give us much lower interest rates than we would have otherwise. They do so because we have a government guarantee of the debt risk, while the private sector assumes the interest rate risk. If we didn't have Fannie and Freddie, we would, et cetera, we would not have 30-year fixed-rate mortgages. The shareholders were wiped out in any economic sense in 2008. They do not have a right to have us, at our cost, rehabilitate their private banking entities. And what we saw is that when you have the GSEs strive for profits for private shareholders, but have a full government guarantee, you have socialism for the well-connected and the rich, and you have a bad system. Now, Ms. Thompson, you, in response to one of my Republican colleagues, asked you why you don't limit the GSEs to, in effect, lower middle-class loans, and you correctly responded, because Congress has told you to do really the entire middle class. And under the formulas, we have a conforming loan rate of $647,000 in most of the country and $970,000 in high-cost areas. And that's pursuant to congressional enactment. And that $970,000 loan gets you a 3-bedroom home in my district, whereas the $647,000 gets you a 4-bedroom or 5-bedroom home in Nebraska or Kansas. So the question I have is, why do we have higher fees on some conforming loans, those in higher cost areas? Congress has said that a conforming loan is a conforming loan, and in a high-cost area, a conforming loan is up to $970, and the GSEs have decided conforming loan, there's real conforming loan and there's not so real conforming loan, and the 3-bedroom houses in Sherman's district will be subject to a big fee. Why are we treating all conforming loans equally?
Let me say that the conforming loan limit, again, is required by statute, as you've stated. Right. And for many of the conforming loans, even for first-time homebuyers, especially in high-cost areas, if they have an area median income less than 100%, there is no fee. And that's true across the board. So I just wanted to make sure. But
somebody with an income above average in Nebraska gets a conforming loan, and somebody in California gets a penalized conforming loan. That's not what Congress provided. But I want to move on to another question, and that is these PACE loans. In effect, the agencies you oversee draft all the mortgages that are used in the country. Those mortgages contain a paragraph 4 that says you can't have a superior lien. But under these PACE loans, you in effect do have a superior lien. Why aren't you requiring these GSEs to modify their form so as to clarify that under paragraph 4, you can't get around the requirement of turning the first mortgage into a second mortgage just by calling it a part of your property taxes? Why don't we amend paragraph 4 and protect the GSEs from this?
Well, certainly that's something that we can look into. The enterprises having a priority lien status is pretty important, but we can certainly.
And under these PACE loans, your first is turned into a second.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a requirement, and again, we can look into that.
I look forward to working with you on that. And finally, I hope that you would change the lending caps on multifamily. We have a crisis. The rents are too damn high, and people are sleeping on the streets. I yield back.